You ruined the film for me!
Poison, sting, wrath and spite. Will you survive the shadows of ice? Will you survive the black of the night? King Cobra rises with your demise.
What's this?
I know what you did last summer! Exclamation mark. What?
Oh, ghost porn? Well, I guess nobody will find out. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I know what you did last summer.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is a slasher film about 4 teenagers who accidentally hit and kill a man with their car. They decide to dispose of the body rather than come clean to the police. A year later, a mysterious figure begins threatening the 4, claiming to know about the death, leading to him running around trying to kill them. Based on a book from the 70s, I Know What You Did Last Summer merges this story with the old urban legend about a killer with a hook. This story often changes whenever it's told, but the gist is that 2 teenagers are hanging around somewhere when they hear that an escaped killer with a hook is somewhere in the nearby area. They decide to leave, but when they arrive home, they find a hook attached to their car, along with a bloody severed hand. Obviously the story can be told in many different ways, which they actually mention in the film at one point. Bit of a weird coincidence that the killer actually uses the fish as a weapon, seeing as they already talked about it. And what did the writer of the book think about the film? Well, she hated it apparently, so there's that. The killer gets his signature weapon a good while into the film, and just so happens to murder Leonard from The Big Bang Theory for like no fucking reason. Oh, I tried searching YouTube for a funny clip from The Big Bang Theory to use here, but I couldn't find any. He hides Leonard inside Jennifer Love Hewitt's car boot with crabs all over him, and then quickly breaks into the trunk while she's gone and takes the body and the crabs and apparently fucking cleans up. What a nice serial killer he is! He wears a black fisherman's raincoat to obscure his face. Why would someone be going around wearing that? He's not exactly a master fucking disguise. Jennifer Love Hewitt plays the stock nice girl of the group. She goes along with them for the sake of Freddie Prinze Jr., who was driving that night, and it seems like her life is basically ruined by the experience. If having your life ruined means you're slightly a little bit distant to your mum. Shit, if that's how teenagers act when they've just killed someone, we should just round up the little cunts right now. Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is fucking pointless. He serves as the love interest for Jennifer, and the film makes it out that he's the killer, simply because he's a fucking fisherman. Holy shit, they have the same occupation? Fucking arrest that man! Buffy the Vampire Slayer is also in the film, but unfortunately all she does is run around obsessing over her hair and then fucking die. Not exactly the kick-ass demon hunter we're all used to. In fact, all 4 are completely unlikable. Not only because of their stock characterness, but also the fact that they are all essentially in the wrong. Yeah, these characters regret what they did, but they never fess up to the police despite not only their lives being at risk, but clearly other people. Leonard from Big Bang Theory. Well, it does put them in the position of not being able to get help when they start getting threats. It doesn't amount to much when we dislike the fucking assholes. Thinking that the killer may be a family member of the person that they killed, the gang finds his sister living alone. They proceed to act shady as fuck in front of her, and I'm not kidding, if I was this woman I'd probably call the cops on these weird fuckers. The deaths throughout the film are nothing special. He just stabs people with his hook. How about he forces a fishing rod down someone's throat? How about he catches them with a net? How about he sews them inside a large fish and then throws them onto a gigantic oven and... Hang on, that's not a slasher villain idea. That's my new Batman enemy. Fisherman. He'll catch your skin ya and eat ya. When the killer is finally revealed and he's chasing after him wearing normal attire, it's so fucking boring. I wish he'd have looked a bit more threatening, rather than just a normal bloke with a hook. His character is pretty bland. It's revealed that the man they hit had already murdered someone else, after the person he murdered killed his daughter. Bit confusing? Well, the film skips over most of this, so, you know, fuck it. It just doesn't make sense for this guy to come after the group. And even if it did, why does he kill random people? Leonard didn't do anything to him, he was just some bloke. Buffy's sister was a bitch and deserved to die, but what's she done to him? All in all, I Know What You Did Last Summer is a pretty dumb slasher flick, with hardly any redeemable qualities. The story is pretty original, and the Jason moment at the end is probably the best part. Altogether, I'm going to give I Know What You Did Last Summer 2
What are you waiting for?
out of 5.
What are you waiting for?
You know, after Scary Movie, it's nearly impossible to watch this scene without expecting...
What am I waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Fuck you!
And that's that for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Please stay tuned for Scream next week. It's going to be fucking awesome.
What's the name of that film you're doing?
I said Scream. Fuck! Jesus! Subscribe and like. Fuck!
Poison, sting, wrath and spite. Will you survive the shadows of ice? Will you survive the black of the night? King Cobra rises with your demise.
You making popcorn?
Uh-huh.
I only eat popcorn at the movies.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite? favorite scary movie.